Hello and welcome back into... Oh no, shit. Oops. Yeah, welcome to the Saturday stream. Today with the party that plays on Saturdays, we're gonna play, do some stuff, and see what happens for them all. The chaos that spread. Closed out some stuff that I accidentally had open. Yeah, there we go. Players being like, hello. Alright, let's do this. Boom. That's getting good. Yeah. Okay. So we are live and ready.
Hey.
Awesome.
So, Fulgiana, if you wanna fix your character's picture real quick, that would be good.
Oh, does I need to update that for you guys? Or?
No, you never got it up. So you can fix that. Okay.
Ah, yeah, I see it. Okay.
So, Alexander, you wake up in the time of humanity. A normal morning, like anyone else, any other. You get up, get yourself ready. You walk out from your room into the shared living room that you have with your friend, with Ika. Aki.
Yeah.
Aki comes out as well. The two of you hear a knock on the door to your lodging.
Yeah. And I'll just looking at her and just like, good morning. He's kind of like, he's used to sleep longer, but he's like,
Yet he's an army boy.
Yeah. So do you want to get some breakfast?
Yes, please.
You hear an additional knock on the door.
Ooh. Then I'm gonna check the door.
Yeah, go on.
You walk over to the door that is in this room with a very basic room. You have a table, a window out to the world outside. You walk to the door, you open it, and outside the door you see your superior officer.
Hey, what's up?
Good evening. You need to take care of the new recruits today.
Okay. Who is the new recruit?
Well, there's two people who's recently come in and you need to get them acquainted with the barracks and the training areas.
Okay. Where would I meet them, or are they here now?
They should be downstairs in the yard, probably. After you eat, somewhere around there.
Okay. Then let me just get my stuff, and I will meet them there.
Good. And
Have a good evening.
he clicks his heels, turns to the left, and starts walking off.
I'm closing the door, looking at Aki, and just like, yeah. Apparently we have new recruits.
Who are they?
That's the thing. I never asked.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry. It will be fine. We just gotta get their stuff and just meet them. They're probably good people. It's often that people believe that they are bad, but actually are really good. So maybe that's the case here. And he gets over to his stuff, getting his like weapons and armor, etc. And like are ready to meet the recruits and
So,
yeah.
over here is the area where you live. These are the barracks, basically, the bastion. Several rather big houses with a lot of lodging for soldiers in this area. There are several positioned out all within the city.
May I ask where in which area? Because
Area 5.
Area 5,
okay, area
yes.
5.
Look at the
Okay.
ping.
Okay.
That is the area where you're positioned within the city.
Okay.
That's your UDF forces are positioned.
Okay. Then I'm going to the place where the recruits are because I forget the names and that's why I say the place.
Yeah, the canteen. You
yeah.
make your way down to the common hall where you should meet. You get your breakfast, an apple, some bread, and some porridge, basic stuff. You sit down, you eat up, and you start making your way down to the courtyard.
Okay. I guess Aki is with me as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you get down there, you see two people standing down there. One older, if you wanna introduce yourselves, Fulganos and General.
Yeah, sure. I'm let's see, I'm a nearly mid-aged 59-year-old gnome. And that's he's around. It's a pretty short man, so you can hardly see over other people.
Fulganos.
Yes, so my name is Paul Apache. I am a early mid-aged man of 35 years old. I am medium size and my height is about 1.83 meters. I weighed 165 pounds. And yeah, I am out here to actually explore the world and see where it gets me. And learn more about the monsters that threaten our world.
Hey, that's good. Then Alexander is just going over to them, just like, hello. You guys must be the new recruits, right?
That's correct.
My name is Alexander. My name is Alexander Whitewing, and this is my friend Aki. Hold on, Akihira.
Hikari.
Aki Hikari.
Hikari. I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you both.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you as well.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me, how did you guys get recruited? I'm so sorry, I'm really bad with words.
Well, yeah, I met this gnome. He's my friend. back in the town that I was born. And yeah, since I met him, we were great friends, and we traveled together. And at some point, we came to here, and we both were like, why don't we explore the world more and see what threaten our worlds and how to threaten our world? And yeah, that's how we got recruited and actually applied to become a recruit.
Well, yeah, I met Paul on my previous because I am kind of searching for a cure to
Oh.
because apparently the darkness that spread around the world had put a curse on my village, and I'm in search of knowledge to get rid of the curse.
Ah, I see. Well, I really hope you get the. I really hope you get the cure. The cure.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm eager to recruit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always fear that they are in danger, but I can trust my siblings for defending the village. My bigger brother is a skilled warrior there, and he fought off most of the darkness. So I'm kinda proud of my little brother.
Aw. That's so sweet. I I actually have I actually have two brothers too, but they're like really young, so I'm the one trying to protect them. But I know they are in good hands, so I don't need to fear much. Okay, so how about we how about I show a tour if you want, because I don't know what else to do.
All right, lead the way.
So
And then I'll like walk around and show
Yeah.
the place.
you take a while to walk around, showing them around the grounds, the lodging. You manage to get them a room and such where they can sleep in. You show them around the training areas, the different vital places to the place.
Yeah. So, if there is any questions about this place, then ask me. I might not know much since I am really good at forgetting. So yeah, but you can ask anything.
Well, I have no questions at the moment, but maybe at a later time I do.
And if I do, I will ask immediately. But at the moment,
Alright.
Great. Then
Alright.
I will go to training, and Aki, what are you going to do?
I'm going to watch you train to see if you do it correctly.
So basically, Aki, you keep an eye on Alexander, helping
Yeah.
him train, basically training him.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's too reckless.
So
That's not
basically,
true.
Aki is Alexander's immediate superior. Okay. So, Astrid,
Yes.
you make yourself you make your way out from the forest, from the little tribe, and made your way west to the only big city you know are within reach of not too much travel. You travel for a few days and you finally get there. You're greeted by this city with huge walls surrounding the inner city and smaller buildings outside the walls with small farms here and there. Walking on the road towards the entrance, you see caravans moving around. You see carts filled with grain getting moved into the city. Every now and then you see a soldier patrolling the area. And you finally reach the city. You're greeted by a big field on your left, right on your left, and on your right, more buildings. Just and right after you get in. Where do you try to go? What are you trying to find?
I suppose the first thing I'd look for is someone who can tell me what's what around here.
Alright. So, you look around a bit, you grab hold of one of the guards. And he asks you, what can I help you with?
Sorry, could you point me to a library? Is there one in around here?
There's the library by the barracks, but that's about that. If you don't want to travel across the city and seek out there, it should just be down a few blocks. This over here somewhere.
Perfect, thank you. And I will rush off in that direction.
As you walk off, he kind of looks at you, kind of confused by you and the way you look. So you walk, you continue walking that way. You get to a building within the area where he said it would be, with a sign saying it's a library.
I'm gonna walk in.
As you walk in, you're greeted by shelves of books. Just shelves and shelves of books, and a librarian sitting close to the entrance with a book in her hand, reading about whatever.
Ooh, there's a lot of books in here. It's at this point that Astrid realizes that she has no idea where to start. Excuse me.
The librarian kind of throws a book, looks up at you. Yes, dear?
What have you got on, like, the Saviour and all of that kind of things?
She just blinks a few times and looks at you. This savior? Don't believe we have any books about any savior.
The Saviour was the one, like, ages ago, right? This is out of character. I'm not misremembering the name, am I?
I think you are. You're talking about the arcane one?
I think so.
The one at the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the arcane one. So yeah, you're misremembering the name.
Okay.
Yeah. So, she scoots over a bit and starts looking in a different, much bigger book. And it takes her a while, but she, after a minute or two, she nods herself and turns back up to you. Shelf 20 should be mostly about the arcane one. You could start there if there's anything more specific you're looking for. Yes, you know where I am.
She'll nod and move over, start looking for shelf 20.
Okay. So, you walk to the rather far back of the library to a section marked as mythological books. And you get to the shelf. It's against one of the back walls. Many of the titles are in different languages. Many you don't understand. But you see a couple that talks about the Savior. Or I mean the arcane one.
Okay. I'm gonna take a few off, find a table or somewhere to start reading.
So
And try and find any hint as to where the location of the special library could be.
okay. So you roll me an investigation check. So, looking through the books, you read through, you see mentions of both the forest and the island in several places, talking about that he used to frequently go to these places. No one knowing exactly why, but he used to go to both places.
Interesting.
And reading through one of the books, there's something that catches your eye. In one of the books, there's a hand-drawn picture of a crystal. Its color is very dark, a blend of purple and black. And it talks about it saying that the arcane one used to carry a crystal around his neck at all times. And something about the crystal was very odd. No one could really understand what it was, but it felt unnatural. Something about it made people uncomfortable about it.
Okay. I will put the books back where I found them.
Roll a wisdom check, I think. Give me a second. Yeah, roll me an intelligence check. Okay, you have a little bit of a trouble putting them back where they were exactly, but you managed to get them all back in order.
Okay. I'll walk out the library, wave my thanks to the librarian on the way out.
She nods towards you and you walk out.
So when I get outside onto the street, what kind of things do I see around me?
You see a rather not busy street. There are some people moving around. It seems like a more wealthy area, filled with more rich people. A lot of guards moving around the area as well. A lot around this compound. And seeing up towards the left, you see also a very heavily guarded area, and looking just past it you can see what seems to be a castle.
Yeah, 8.
Yes.
What would I know about the general geography of the continent as a whole?
You have limited knowledge about the exact way it's set up. There are maps that depict the world as known, but some of them, they vary a little bit here and there. So you're unclear on how exactly it looks, but you have an idea.
Okay. Cool. Have I seen any inns anywhere yet?
On the way here you walked past one that looked rather expensive.
Don't think I can afford that one. Let's find somewhere cheaper. I will wander around trying to find a cheaper one. Not really going anywhere in particular. Just one that looks less expensive, you know.
So you wander around for a little bit, you move about, you get to an area, you get to Forlorn, and in Forlorn you find an inn in the edge between Forlorn and White Tower, which seems not too bad and within your price range. Well, rather cheap one.
Okay. I'll walk in and ask about for any rumours, I suppose.
The man behind the counter just leans down a bit, seemingly rather tired. He takes a big yawn and yeah, we have a few. I'll be in silver piece.
I'll put a silver piece on the counter.
He grabs it, puts it in under the table, and you hear a clink against coins, and he hands you a key to room 3.
Oh, I said rumours, not rooms.
Sorry. He puts the key back and he takes the coin and gives it back to you. Sorry about that.
Okay.
No specific rumors going around more than the guards are up to something. The United Defensive Front is doing something I don't know.
Around what
Anything
time is it
else?
at the moment?
At this time, it's early in the morning. It's about close to midday. Oh no, not even. It's early morning.
So I'll go over and I suppose just have a look around at whatever it is the guards are busy with.
So you make your way back to White Tower to the area where you were told there would be a barracks garrison. You notice a lot of movement around it. You can easily find your way to the garrison. You see about 200-300 soldiers moving around in forces of 5. You don't really know what exactly they're doing, but they move as if they're preparing for something.
Does there seem to be anyone that looks like they're in charge of the goings on?
You see some people like in the smaller groups being like looking like they're in charge of smaller groups. You don't see that much organization to the groups together at the moment. The groups are moving around together basically.
Okay. I'm gonna sit for a while and see if I can spot any like patterns to how they're moving, see if I can work out what they're actually doing.
So you sit around, you can see them loading up carts with bags of whatever it now may be. You see soldiers. Every now and then you see about 20 people units walk toward the way you came from, and you don't see them come back. You see them move away, but you figure they're going rather far.
Okay. I guess I'll get up and follow one of the groups.
Okay. Back to the other people. So, you go about your day for a couple hours until you hear your superior officer call you all into the courtyard.
Okay, then I will go to the courtyard.
You get gathered. You see 4 different units. You with I need to remember the name. Aki and her new unit, and 3 more with 5 people each need them. And you see the officer that gave you new recruits earlier standing there. Wonderful. We have gotten orders. We are to move out towards the forest. They intend to make a push inwards, trying to find a way to get a stop towards these monstrosities if they can.
Monstrosity? Monstrosities? What the...
The monsters coming out of the forest.
Oh yeah.
The UDF is launching an attack in to try to find out what's causing these monsters to attack, where they come from. Alright?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. You are to move it out within the hour. Gather your supplies, get your cart, and get moving.
Okay.
And he does his usual click with the heels and walks back inside towards his office. And
Okay. We gotta be really careful. We don't know what is causing this monster coming from the forest, so I want you to be either behind me or like making sure that you are safe, Aki.
Okay.
And then he goes over to get his stuff, making himself ready to the journey.
Right. So you gather up your supplies and the three other groups does as well. And you start moving out. One of the officers taking the carriage, telling you all to just follow behind the carriage. And you start moving. And Astrid, you follow these people. And you follow them towards the forest.
Also, can I roll a perception because I want to be on lookout in case.
Sure.
Is that fine? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. Here. Or that would be perception here.
Okay.
15.
So, as you're moving, you notice a red-haired, somewhat green-skinned woman with like leaves on her, going the same way as you do. And you keep your eye on her, and she keeps going the same way as you for a good while.
Would she have noticed me?
I would say so.
Okay, then I'm just gonna, he's just looking for like a while, and then he's like waving slowly, just like, okay, I guess we have someone else joining.
You're waving. Say what again?
Yeah.
You're waving at the woman following you.
Yeah, it's more of like you know when you are like high and you're doing the
Wave motion.
yeah the
Okay,
wave motion.
so that kind of wave. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're making a low wave towards this woman. And Astrid, how do you react to this guy waving at you?
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Alright, so you walk faster, catching up to this party of soldiers.
Hi.
Hey, did you need help with something?
Well, we're going on a mission to the forest, seeing what's causing the monsters appearing. I have also seen you've been following us for a while, so
Thought I'd see what was going on with this. There was a bit of talk about it around town.
yeah. So we're trying to find a way to, like, trying to stop this thing. I'm not really the smartest person to talk about it, but if you like, you can join.
This is to do with all the aberrations from the forest, right?
Yeah.
I can help with that. That kind of lines up with what I'm trying to do, so I could use the help.
Great. Then my name is Alexander Whitewing, and
And my
Astrid.
name is Ake Hikare. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Aki, right?
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
if you want, you can get in the cart. There is other people in the cart too, so.
You guys are walking behind the cart.
Oh, okay.
The cart
Oh,
is
so-
filled up with supplies. So you're basically doing
I
an
was
army
like-
march.
Ah, okay. Then I understand.
Paul and Bellarmine are
Fuck
there
this
as well,
shit.
right? Or not?
What were you saying?
Are Paul and Bellarmine there as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The name's Paul. Nice to meet you.
Astrid. And she'll reach
my
out
name.
her hand to shake.
Welcome, my name is Bellarmine. Nice to meet you.
You too. So, what's the actual gig here?
Well,
Suddenly it gets fucking loud.
Yeah, it's very loud.
There we go.
then, well, we have, like, just met, like, not long ago, but, yeah, I think this will go well.
Fresh air. I love an adventure.
Well, good to see we're enthusiastic about this. With an impish grin on her face. Ooh.
Ooh, I can hear the music.
Something is about to happen.
A Tarask bursts out in front of you.
So, as you walk along, you hear the other people start singing this song in Elvish. None of them are elves, and you sense a slight sadness in what they're singing.
Do you guys hear that?
I hear it.
I speak Elvish. Do I know? Can I like hear what the lyrics are?
Aki can also Elvish, by the way.
Wait to mess me up. I don't know.
I'm not sure what I'm hearing, but it sounds sad or something.
Really?
But what you gather from it, understanding it, you gather it being a goodbye, basically.
Oh, like a funeral song.
Almost.
Funeral.
Kind of. Well, just a goodbye to
Okay.
the people left behind. as if they're going into a battle and might.
Any of you guys know what they're singing?
I have.
It's some kind of goodbye.
Where is it even coming from?
Is there anything we can roll to hear to find out where it's coming from?
Yeah,
Well-
can I roll perception?
You can hear it from the other people, from the elves that are walking in the other groups.
Okay.
I'm gonna start humming along to it.
I was just observing the area and walking forward with the others.
So you continue down the roads. You get further along. And you are marching for several days. You take rest and after each day you sit down, you put up camp. And then when morning comes, you get back on the road. You make your way down to the forest. You make your way to Ison Cliff. And upon arriving in Ison, you notice a lot of movement. Several big army tents set up on the outskirts of the forest around the town. You find a spot where you put up your own camp and you start readying yourselves. Every now and then you have a monster or two coming out, quickly getting dealt with the now massive amount of guards that is gathered in this area, the soldiers. You don't really get a good look at the monsters, but from what you hear, they've grown bigger and more dangerous than they have been in the past.
Mm.
So, at the dawn of the 5th day of being there waiting, you hear a trumpet, and your officer nods at you all and makes his way out of the tents and walks to the town. You, Aki, understand what's about. You understand that they're having a talk about when they're going in, when they tend to initiate this attack. About 3 hours later, the officer come back. You see him kind of rubbing his shin, seemingly a bit troubled.
I would go over to him, just like, hey, is everything okay? You seem troubled.
They intend to go in within 3 days.
In 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
They haven't really set up a plan either to what they intend to do. They're just gonna go straight in.
Okay. Do we get time to write letters to family and friends in case?
You have your 3 days to do such things. So
Okay.
use the time well. Get everything prepared. Because midday in 3 days we're moving in.
Okay.
Be prepared for everything and anything.
Okay, I will. I will also tell. I will also tell Aki about it.
You tell the others the news.
Yeah, I'm like, we are going in the Forest of Secrets in 3 days. And we're going straight in. So, if anyone wants to write letters to family and friends, I suggest you doing it now.
Yeah, I have no family left.
I guess I'm the only one who's gonna write letters.
No, I'm already too. So
Then I'll do it then too.
writing
Write
to my
letters.
father.
I'll be able to give him a home visit soon enough.
Paul is making a prayer for a safe return.
What he's going to do is, of course, like, starting on the litter because he knows a lot of people. So, and he wants to make sure that they know that he's thankful for everything that they have done for him. And he looks at Aki and just asks, like, well, there is never going back after 3 days. How do you feel about it?
I feel excited but also a bit scared.
Yeah, you always wanted to go in adventures and you always wanted to look for secrets, so this is kind of thing for you, but I really think about, like, my family, kind of your family too, since your family helped me a lot. And everyone in our home village. So I'm going to write a letter. Do you want me to write for you as well?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
After I wrote the letter, I will try to concentrate and focus on my book. After I open the book, I will mumble some Druidic words. None other can understand it.
Alright. So you take your time doing the things you need to do before the battles to come. You get along on it, you don't get too much trouble. And then the day comes. Your troops gather up and you get ready to move in.
This is it. We either come back or it's all over.
Yeah. Alexander takes a deep breath, just like, okay, let's do this and make sure we get out safely.
Just stay close to each other, protect each other, and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys get into the forest. Once you get inside, you start seeing these weird formations. You end up following a cliff and end up going between two cliff sides. And You hear sounds all around you every now and then. You can hear screams in the distance of people seemingly getting hurt. You're not sure exactly what is happening, but you gather that some of the other troops might have gone in that stuff in
Hearing
ran
the
into stuff.
sounds of the conflict, I'm gonna gesture to the group to try and move quietly.
Yeah. Then
Do we need
I
to
will
stealth
let
check
you
for that?
If you're trying to hide, yes.
Let's try to hide in case, you know.
Okay. Well, I'm
So-
going to hide then.
Yep. Rolling stealth checks.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
You go to stealth. There you go. And click. There.
I rolled
So,
Better than me.
in the forest, some of you have a bit of trouble staying down hidden and not stepping on stuff. Your friends and your allies help you get through. You move through very quietly. And you hear nothing. All sounds you heard die out.
Is it like a natural silence? Like can you still hear birds or whatever? Or is it like complete?
It's
Silent.
completely silent.
I don't
You-
like this, guys.
you
I don't like silent
Don't know
places.
exactly what
I-
happened, but things just went quiet.
I wanna get my longsword just to be prepared.
Yeah, I'm getting my crossbow out as well.
I'm lighting my hands up with dark black and red eldritch energy.
Better
You
be ready than to be sorry, right?
Yeah.
you ready your weapons, and the other units get ready as well. Well, the archers readying the bows, the swordsmen getting their shields up, ready to fight.
Yeah.
You arrive at a part of the forest where you see the cliffs start to move out from each other, and the ground becomes more open.
Where in the map will we start?
From the south, you're
Okay.
moving north into the forest.
Okay, then we will drag our character to there.
Yeah.
Come on, and really?
And
Scroll bars constantly. Moving
There we
up.
go.
I need to refresh though.
So, You hear noises coming from the north of you. These weird, very odd sounds with screeching and just unnatural sounds of almost wet feet hitting stone. The other forces, your allies, they move. Some of the archers, hearing these sounds, they start to climb the sides, getting onto high ground. The guards, the swordsmen, they get into more defensive positions. Some of them making a shield wall, while those behind have their swords ready. Archers taking positions on the cliffs and behind the shield wall.
Well, there we go. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna fix my writing problem.
So, what's everyone's backup characters like?
Well, I have
You're about
I
to
was
meet
thinking
Alexander's brother.
No, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll go for Bard next time.
So, would you like us to move our tokens further forwards, or is this a good place to start?
You can move them forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward. You will
You have
also
yet to
drag-
get into actual combat.
Right. There we go.
As you move forward, you start seeing more forward. You get a better look at what seems like an open area. You see a lot less trees, and the ground seems a lot more traversed than other places you've been in the forest.
Does it look like the trees have been like knocked down by something, or have they been cut down by like people?
They seem knocked down. You don't see any natural thing about them being down.
Do we hear like something strange? Do we smell something strange?
Roll perception.
Alright.
I wanna also roll perception.
Yep, I'll also roll it.
Why can't my natural 20 be first? No! This is a sad gamer hour!
Turn off your auto advantage and you might have better luck, because then they won't be wasted on non-active rolls.
I don't know how to turn it off.
I can do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later.
So, Paul, you hear these strange creatures all around you. Unnatural sounds coming from God knows what.
Check our behinds. Get the feeling we're gonna get attacked from behind. Paul will turn around and check his back.
So you turn around, you look the way you came. You see nothing from that way. It's empty.
Okay.
I am
Can you
going
see anything
closer.
up on top of the cliffs? at all?
No. You know that you had allies climbing up there, but that's about all you know.
I'm going to go a bit closer, just so.
Yeah, so we can see the area over here.
You
Yeah.
Is there a way to get
Further
our
in.
herbs? Sorry. Oh, if I so we can make small potions. At least in this general vicinity.
Okay. So you move further in. You see more of the open area in front of you. You see bushes all around the area, knocked down trees, and the ground darkened with something very weird, very unnatural.
Are there
I
any?
will.
Is the unnatural stuff on the ground? Is that anywhere near to us, or is that further out?
You're about 60 feet from where it starts to happen, where it starts.
I'm going to say that I'm very fast, so if anyone wants me to check it out, I can.
I'll give you backup just in case.
Yeah.
Go
I'll
out,
be-
go out, grab a bit, and then come back quickly to get behind the cover.
Alright, I'm with you.
You realize moving out inwards. When you hear these sounds coming from where the archers and swordsmen went, you follow with them, and forming a field, you gotta look deeper, and you see nothing more than this open wasteland.
I'm gonna look behind again.
So you look behind you, still nothing.
I'm gonna.
All sounds gone, nothing. Not
Can I
even
check
birds.
Can I check the ground?
When I,
Roll an investigation. Or what are you trying to check about the ground?
while he's doing that, I want to go closer and I'm gonna look at Arkin just like stay here, and he will go like over here, just to see, just to get more view on what's going on.
So, moving further, you look around. You get a sense of something being very wrong about this place.
Can I roll
Something
something to?
Dark about it.
Can I try to roll perception to see if I can see the thing?
You look around. You haven't heard or seen anything in a couple of minutes now. You guys have slowly moved your way up, keeping
Is
very
the sound
close
close
out.
by?
By now, they've died out. You hear nothing.
Okay.
It is complete silence.
The
No
stuff on the
birds.
floor is still like 15 or so feet ahead of us, right?
So at this moment, you're at the edge of where it starts.
Okay. I'm gonna try and inspect it.
He thinks
Okay.
it's really weird that it's so quiet, so he will be quiet. You don't know why it's so quiet because, like, it is a forest. Forest is supposed to have like a lot of sounds from animals and monsters and such. So he will be quiet and see if he can, if there's something.
Is there ability to check the surroundings of any nature or any informations?
You can check nature. You can roll a nature check to see if you see anything wrong with the place nature-wise. If there's something this place, yeah. So Paul and Ashid, you notice you don't know anything about what's going on here. Bellarmine, looking around, this place is very unnatural. Things have been twisted in a very weird way. Birds who might be singing in forests like these, chirping, seem to be fully gone. Not even a feather on the ground.
Kind of getting the creeps on this.
And you don't hear any animals. There's no animal presence at all. The forest seems dead.
Are the guards moving forward, or?
At this point, they're slowly creeping forward. They're taking it very slowly, keeping a close eye out in case something would change in the surrounding. The archers has at this point put their bows away and pulled out spears.
Alexander is like waving to Aki, like, you can come a bit further, but also be careful.
So, as you move inwards, you start hearing slight movements in the grass. Something is making the leaves move and rustle.
Can I check what I can see with a perception check?
At this point, you start seeing these weird monsters appear seemingly out of nowhere in these bushes, standing about almost 7 feet tall.
Are these the, would I recognize these?
They seem similar to the things you've seen in the past, but different. They seem to have changed over the years. These seem to be stronger than the ones you've met in the past.
Do they look ugly? Do they move differently? Or
So
do they smell bad?
you get a smell of death. A smell of corpses filling your noses.
Disgusting smell.
As these creatures jump out and basically rushing over to everyone and start lashing out.
Oh,
And
jeez.
Alexander, you see these two beasts coming running towards you. Not too fast. You feel like you could easily get away from them if you wanted to. And the soldiers move out and start to attack them.
I am going to attack as well. So So we'll go to this one over here and at least attack this one.
I have my crossbow out already.
And Bellarmine. Oh no,
Yes, I will
Paul.
go
You start hearing a loud rustling in the leaves on the cliffs behind you guys.
Paul would look behind him.
You see on each side of the cliffs, you see 3 on each side coming downwards from the cliffs.
Jesus Christ, guys, we have to get the hell out of here. I'm not sure what those guys are, but
This can't be good.
Oh no.
I'm going to rush over to Alex, seeing
Yeah.
as from what I've seen, he's the best fighter among the group, hand to hand, and I'm going to cast a spell on him, assuming he is willing.
I'm willing to.
aren't we running initiative? Or?
So, if you want to take up the fight, you're allowed to roll initiative. But you get a sense that even if you took this fight, that would just end badly. You see one of the armored soldiers getting smacked, thrown back towards you guys with a big gouge in his chest.
Guys, we can't handle this. We have
Actually,
to get the hell out of
we,
here.
yeah, I think we should get out of here.
We have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe as fast as possible.
Do we run forwards or backwards?
Running forwards means going deep into the forest.
Forward, guys. It's the only way. There's no going back.
Running backwards will just get squashed between the cliffs. I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can only move forward.
So, you guys start running deeper into the forest.
I'm
The
gonna fire
other-
Eldritch Blast behind me as I go. Try and slow
So-
them down.
right before Alexander starts running, this beast, this monster, gets slashed up, and you see a purple crystal fall onto the ground right next to your feet.
Am I able to get it before I run?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
easily
I
grab it.
will do that and I will run.
Okay, so you start running,
Yeah.
and
Oh, you're fast.
Yeah, I have to.
as you start running, you notice several other more creatures coming from the sides. And some of the guards start to try to run after you. But they get locked in, basically. They get overrun.
I would backwards real quick while I move. Check if the guards survive it.
So you see just a bunch of monsters. You see the soldiers start a bunch up, trying to protect each other, building shield walls around the archers. That with their spears, doing what they can to kill these creatures as they surround them. You hear the screams from the soldiers.
Alexander will feel so bad because he wanted to help, he wanted to make sure everyone was safe, but seeing that there isn't anything they can do, then yeah, you just gotta run and make sure that the mission is complete.
Yeah. So you guys get out of there. You end up running deeper into the forest.
There's no going back. We have
You
to go
end
forward.
up finding a road.
Where in the road are we starting? Or is it south?
So it doesn't matter which side you're starting on, but I would say the left is probably better.
Okay.
So you end up going a lot deeper. The weird whatever it was that had corrupted the ground die off, as if just a barrier. You get into an area which it seems quiet. It seems a lot more natural than the last place.
Is it still a forest?
You're deeper within the forest.
Okay.
I guess we're still running, or have it stopped?
That depends on you. Are you still running?
I would. Paul would.
Yeah, I'm still. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm running the heck away from here.
Yeah.
As you guys are running, you
I am
hear
going to
a
keep an
howl.
eye out to make sure that we don't get lost. But never mind, it looks like there's something fucky.
You
Oh, great.
Run!
notice wolves.
I'm holding Aki's hand, just like, let's just go.
Run, guys.
You see them just getting closer
Let's
to
just
you
run.
guys as you try to
Run
run.
as fast as you can.
You get a feeling that you can't outrun these wolves.
God damn it.
Stand your ground. We're not gonna outrun them, guys.
We're
We're gonna have to fight this one.
We can
I
do
catch
this.
my breath.
They move
I
closer.
believe in the power of friendship.
Don't. You're with too many fantasy books, Aki. You're like, I read any books, but still.
Defensive positions, guys. Don't let them get too close.
These wolves,
Is this the point at which we roll initiative?
yes.
Good.
Great.
This is where you roll initiative.
Damn.
6.60.
That's initiative.
What's a 6.16?
You got a 4.
It's-
Tiebreaker.
Yeah. It just means that you don't have to manually check. For example, 23 and 23. It'd be 23.18.
Wait, how did I get a natural 20?
Luck is what it's called.
I was so busy like trying to
It's because
show
you turned off
Aki like
auto
where
advantage.
to show him. I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
The dark one.
Each wolf has their own initiative count. That's gonna get complicated.
No,
So
it's not really
0,
that complicated.
Because there's only like 6 of them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Natural 0.
A natural 0.
Oh,
Wolves
Wow.
aren't very
just got a
dexterous.
-4? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're strength based, aren't they?
Yeah,
makes
they
sense.
like munching down on people. They're not very. They're fast, but
Oh,
not
I
very
should've
good
said-
at
I should've
dodging.
saved my spell slot. Balls. Hope you guys
Okay.
like Eldritch Blast.
So, Alexander, you have these
Great.
wolves coming down on you guys.
What I will do is a move.
Oh, what did you do?
Wait.
Oh.
Apparently they're away. Let's run.
I'm just
No, no,
moving
no.
you there. Basically, making the battlefield so you can move every direction. Because
Then I will.
yeah,
Then I will go over to this one and I will attack it with my long sword.
okay.
Let me see.
Be careful.
I will. Let me see.
One for here.
So you go to
I
attack with your longsword. You feel your arm trembling a bit from what you saw happening to your allies. You swing down with too little force and too slow, so that the wolf quickly pulls back a little and you miss him.
Great. That's a good time.
Be careful.
I guess I have to just survive now.
So, Paul, you see Alexander rush up and try to attack this wolf.
Yes, I have nothing else to do but to rescue Alexander from being grabbed by the wolf. So I point my crossbow at this wolf, and I start to shoot a bolt at him.
Okay, roll for attack. You hit it. You shoot off your bolt, you hit it in the neck. You sense that you hit it in a rather vital spot, but it keeps on its legs. It stays up, now angrier than ever. This wolf will run in towards you guys. It will start running towards you. This one will run up to Alexander, and Alexander is going to get 2 attacks towards him.
Okay.
Bye bye, Alexander.
You're in a pinch.
Well, it's the death of me.
It's a hard life.
Please protect Aki.
Be merciful, DM.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh
This is
no,
bad.
no. Oh no, no.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh no.
I know at least if I die, it's at least fair. Because last time I died, it wasn't really fair.
Okay, so the first one goes to attack you. Take
Oh, that's bad.
you take 9 damage as it clamps.
Oh, I
Down.
think we're almost dead.
You need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, strength saving throw.
Imagine if we're all gonna die just this camp.
Okay,
oh,
I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, it's not a crit. So the second one bites you for 3 damage.
Well, I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, I do have second win. I guess it's not available now.
No, it you can't use it when you're unconscious. Okay, so Bellarmine, you
alright.
see Alexander get down, seemingly unconscious on the ground.
Well, it's too dangerous to run to her. I will take out my slinger and I will sling a stone across to this wolf.
Ouch.
You usually sling a stone at one of the wolves. You totally miss it.
Yeah.
And the 2 wolves are gonna dash over to. They're gonna run towards you. Moving
It was a
closer.
bad idea to go on this mission. I'd rather die with honor.
I'd rather do neither.
I also
Okay.
saw that there were 2 features that I forgot because I was like, wait, where are my fighter features? So I fixed that now.
Alright. Astrid.
Right, so.
Well, I must say
Okay.
that this wolf is dead. No,
I shot him in the neck and you said he survived, right? Or
he's dead. Don't worry.
I bled out.
The wolf here that's moving around to flank, I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at.
Okay. So You shoot him with your Eldritch Blast. You hit him.
Nice.
So you hit him with the blast. You
Yeah.
hit him hard, but it stays on his feet.
Let's see. Hiding is a full action.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna move back to here and end my turn.
Alright.
Aim for the legs, guys.
Aki. These wolves are now dashing towards you.
So what do you want to do?
Can I run to Alexander to cast a spell, save the dying? Or spare the dying?
Yeah. You can use Spare the Dying.
What you do is first move, and then you go to.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna move to Alexander and use a touch
Wait.
spell, you're gonna take attacks of opportunity. Then the wolves
yeah.
are gonna attack you, trying
Yep.
to get
Wait,
there.
wait, hold on. Let's just check the spell first. Let's see.
Spare the dying, I think, is touch, but healing.
spare the
Yeah.
So is cure
Yeah.
wounds, but healing words has range.
Yeah.
Okay, then she don't have healing words, so I guess the only thing she can do, if she wants to heal me, she has to get
Touch you.
over me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if? Okay, she can't do that. Hold on. She has. Let me just. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay.
No, she can't run around them.
Yeah. It's up to you. Do you want to get a attack of opportunity? That means they can attack you, but it really depends on the roll.
Yep.
I'll do that then.
Okay. Then she will move to me.
So one of the wolves is gonna try to bite you as you pass.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Good.
For a 12 to hit. Does it hit
She
you?
has. Let me see. Core. She has 13, so no.
So you run past the wolf. It tries to bite you, but you get past it. Up to Alexander.
So close. Be careful. Come on.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
So what do you do?
If she casts Cure Wounds, does that means I can get up, or does
Yeah,
that mean?
that means
okay.
you get health. It's
Okay.
it's the same thing as if you give a potion to someone, they will get health back. So as long as
Okay.
someone has health, they are back to being conscious. And so yeah,
Your Cure
she can
Wounds
get you up.
be in spells here. Ugh. Here.
It's also in the bottom there already. So you just click on Cure Wounds under attacks and spellcasting.
I
And
just need to fix something. There we go. You give me 2
2
hit
HP.
points.
2 HP.
You get 2.
Great.
It's better than that. Be happy.
What's the next one? Okay, he's all the way over there. He will probably get me down.
Okay. So this wolf will run around here, trying to follow in towards the pack of 3 people. Alexander.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. I have 2 hit points. There we go. He will probably wake up. He looks up at Akin, just like, man, thank you.
You're welcome. Now get up and back and fight.
Let me check. No, so yeah, it's 5 HP.
Okay, 5. Okay.
We
Um,
need
Add
every bit
5
we can
then.
get.
let
There we
me
go.
do this. I'll set up cure wounds as it should be.
Yeah, I haven't added it like how it should be, so yeah. What he will do then is attack the one next to him, and this time he will use the longsword again. Let's see. He will do versatile.
Okay, so.
Wow, natural one! That is.
Ooh,
What
that
is
is
all this?
bad.
Why am I having so unluck today?
When you rolled without auto advantage, you rolled really well. When you roll with auto advantage, you rolled really badly. They were right.
Jesus Christ! This is not good.
Alexander is cursed.
Oh my god, it's gonna be that black crystal,
A
right?
question for
Jesus Christ!
what armor do you have on Alexander?
It should be letter.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna fix something. I'm gonna check here.
Do we still hear that elfish music in the background, by the way?
Yeah.
So you still hear it inside your minds.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I hear some. Wait, I hear something in my mind.
You can remember the song in your heads, hearing it from your march, and in the camp as well.
Oh shit. I don't like that.
Paul, your
Paul is
wolves
going
that are
move
close
back
by.
a bit.
Do you not have a sword?
I do, but it's low. I mean, like, I can hit shit with it. I have a -1 strength, so I'm not going to try that out.
What weapon do you have?
A crossbow and a katana.
The katana. Yeah, katana is. I would say that's a dexterity-based longsword, basically. So,
That's just a rapier, right?
well, a katana is a modified longsword, basically, with a curved edge, having a very
Okay.
different fighting style to it. With a longsword, just hack and slash. With a katana, you need skill, not just strength, but skill, which goes more into dex. So, I would say it's a dex-based weapon. So,
Alright, I'll edit it.
I have neither the knowledge nor the will to dispute that.
You learn every.
Well, now it's.
every day.
Nah, that's not correct.
do you need me to edit it for you?
No, the thing is, if I put my dexterity modifier in it, it says in it. I don't think that's right.
It says +5 to attack, so
I put it on dexterity.
better.
Yep, there we go.
You had a modifier saying +5 on it, so
Ah, okay.
Don't triple
Yeah.
it again.
don't try. Okay.
Yeah, Paul is gonna move backwards anyway.
Yep.
He's gonna move behind Estrid.
Okay. You have your
And-
empty crossbow in your hand.
Do I?
You pulled. Well, you'd never put it away.
I should have bolts.
Yeah, but it's unloaded.
Okay, if I reload it, does it take a turn?
Yeah, it takes a full turn to reload a crossbow, unless you have crossbow expert.
Where was I? I was here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what's a smart thing to do? Let me see.
He's using his whole turn to just think, just like,
What to do? What to do?
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, I'm dying here.
I'm gonna move to this wolf,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack it with my katana.
Okay. As you run up to it, you pull your sword, your katana out, and swing it down. Roll for attack. You
And I aim for the legs, by the way, if I may.
So you swipe at the legs, you hit it. Roll for damage. You slice them off, and the wolf just falls onto the ground, dead.
Nice! That's my second kill, guys. But now I'm gonna get fucking red. Just watch.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, so you do not want to use your other stuff. Okay.
Also, I want to make a comment that I now understand why Alki is looking at me when I'm training.
Yeah. So this wolf is gonna run up to Paul. So
I knew it.
It's gonna try to bite you.
Why does he bite me? In my legs? In my...
It goes for your upper leg, your thigh.
Okay, yeah, it hits.
You take 6 damage.
Okay.
So basically full damage from the bite. And 1 attack against Alexander. A 6 does not hit, so
Yeah, I know,
Alexander,
right?
you get up. You try to attack this wolf. You totally miss it. You misstep as the wolf just as the wolf lunges forward. It misses you thanks to your misstep.
This is so intense.
Delamin.
Alright. I will run up to this wolf and I will use my shillage.
Okay. Oof. You try to touch the wolf and it jumps back, making you miss your reach on it.
Ouch.
Well, that's it then.
And the wolf will now attack you. It goes chomp chomp.
Jump, jump.
Jump, jump.
Doesn't
Jump,
then
nom,
hit
Nom,
you.
nom, nom, nom.
That misses.
Alright, you're safe. Astrid. These wolves are attacking your, for now, allies at least.
I'm running away.
Run! Run away! From these beasts.
And I'm gonna move up onto the banks, hold out an arm towards the lower wolf under the tree,
Mhm.
and a dark red thorn of eldritch energy shoots from my hands towards it and embeds itself in the tree.
Yes, indeed.
Almost killing it. Almost killing it.
Aki. You notice 2 of the wolves now dead. Your allies fighting at the bedfellows to kill these beasts. You're standing behind Alexander.
What do you want to do?
You would see Paul having
You're just
bleeding
looking
a
at
bit.
me just like, I don't know. Hold on.
Paul would be
Yeah.
bleeding a bit.
You can do a spell or you can do an attack. You can also
Bitch,
move.
slap the wolf.
Show Alexander how it's made. done.
This is how you attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna check a thing though. Yeah. You only have 1. Okay, yeah.
Can I attack them?
Yeah, you can attack the wolves.
Yeah, you can attack with a spell or a weapon. You have a crossbow.
And I'll try to use my crossbow then.
Alright. Which one are you aiming for?
Which one do you want to aim? You can double click. You can choose whoever you want to attack, and if you have decided a wolf, you can just.
If you click and hold on it.
There we
okay.
go.
So you attack that
There.
wolf. You saw a attack just going off towards it, and you aim your crossbow at it. Roll for attack.
Yeah, you click that one.
You shoot off your crossbow. The bolt embeds itself into the tree.
The tree's taking a beating. Damn it.
I guess the real enemy here is the tree.
Poor tree. The tree comes alive and stomps on you all.
The
At
secret
least I
forest
hate
can't
coffee.
spawn secrets if there is no forest.
So,
How can there
wolf
be a forest
jumps
of
out
secrets?
towards Bellamin, going for a quick bite attack against them.
No.
With an
no,
11,
Nope.
No.
you use your staff to punch him in the face, making him miss. Alexander, you're up.
Yeah, it's my turn. Hey. Let me see. I am going to. I should heal myself because I do have second wind. But if I manage to get the wolf, I am going. You know what? YOLO. Let's try again. And
Alright,
if I die, I'm like, oh well. YOLO, you know?
so you go for an attack. You hit it with your sword.
Nice.
High five!
You
You
almost missed it.
hit it.
Almost crit.
Roll damage.
5 damage. No.
Hey.
As damage.
Nice.
The sword embeds itself into the side of the wolf a little bit, and you pull it out. You see blood falling out of the wound. The wolf growls as it falls after the sword,
That's gory.
and its eyes turn dark and dead.
I'm so happy!
Nice.
Anything else you want to do?
What I want to do is, let me see. I guess second win is not a bonus action. So what I'm gonna do
Yeah, second
is...
win is a bonus action.
Hey, then I want to do second win,
I think.
which is this, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll 1d10 plus 1.
Yeah.
Roll 1, plus 1. 9!
9.
Nice.
Regain 9 hit points. You take a moment focusing on yourself. You feel your injuries just start to quickly close up. And you feel rejuvenated. Strong as ever. Paul.
Paul is going to attack this wolf with his katana yet again. Aiming for the
Roll
legs.
attack. Why the legs?
Because they can move if they're prone, you know?
Yeah, you know, gotta take the legs.
So you attack with your katana. You hit its leg. You hit it. You put a gouge into its leg. It lifts the leg up a bit, but still alive and very angry at this point.
Oh no.
Great.
It-
You're only angry wolf.
It lashes out and attacks you.
Yeah,
With a
it hits me.
19. Strength save.
Ooh, a strength save, that's bad. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're good.
Do I take the damage or no?
Yeah, you take the damage, but
Okay.
if you get
don't,
you
don't get prone.
yeah, succeed on
Oh, yeah,
strength
yeah,
save will
yeah.
be knocked prone. Bellamin, you have 3 wolves around you. One of them you saw get attacked by Paul.
Well, I believe he is going. If he is gonna be dead in the next turn, so I'm gonna attack this wolf with my quarterstaff.
Alright, go for attack.
Nice.
You hit it. Roll for damage.
Wow.
Is this bad?
Oh man.
You smack it.
Bad wolf.
You
It's
pat it
bad.
on the head with it. A gentle smack
well,
on the
it's
head.
better than 0.
It growls at you angrily.
Oh
He
no.
doesn't like being patted on the head.
Bad
I
wolf.
just kind of
Apparently
knew. Oh no.
And it bites you.
Alright.
Bites you in the ankles. 22 to hit.
Yep. Yeah.
And I need you to do a strength save.
Alright.
And you take 4 damage. You're not prone.
Alright.
Alright. Astrid. You see Bellerin get dry prone by this wolf.
Fucking Eldritch
I
Blast.
believe in you.
Eldritch Blast's not
You can
doing
do it.
anything. I'm gonna run down, pull out 2 daggers.
Alright. You hit. Which one are you attacking?
This already weakened one.
You kill it. You stab your dagger into its forehead and it collapses.
And then I'll use my bonus action to make an unarmed attack. Not unarmed, offhand. And
Alright.
Miss.
Yeah, you miss it. Aki. You see Bellarmine knocked down. Paul damaged. Astrid coming in, putting a dagger in the forehead of the wolf.
Ball is bleeding heavily, by the way.
Yeah, Paul is bleeding.
Can I do a Sacred Flame on this wolf here?
Yeah, you need to hold.
Click and hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, yeah, you can use Sacred Flame on him.
Yeah, you should have it here. Though your modifier isn't added in it. It's my fault though, because like.
It still doesn't hit.
Okay.
What's an NA?
No. Let me just fix that spell for you, so and you'll get to reroll it. It's not set up
Yeah.
right.
It's not an attack roll, it's a.
Yeah, we added the
dex.
spells before we added like the modifier, so that's kind of why.
I'm new to this stuff.
Yeah, no.
Nah, it was my fault, so I'm sorry.
Roll the one at the bottom, see if it actually works now with a +5 to hit. Roll this one, the new one. Okay. Yeah, you missed the attack. Anyways, but yeah. Okay. This wolf, he bites down onto you, Bellarmine, with advantage. With a 14 to hit. And you take 6 damage.
Alright. I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious. Okay. Alexander, 2 wolves left alive.
You need
Okay.
to heal us.
I am going over to over here, and I'm going to attack with. I'm still doing the long sword.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Roll for attack. Are you attacking the bottom one?
I'm attacking this one.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you hit it. Roll for damage. 5 damage. Yeah. So you cut off its left ear.
Woo!
Alright, Paul.
Better than nothing.
It's Paul's turn.
Who's ready to make ear necklaces?
Can I give Astrid an advantage with my character?
What are you trying to give Astrid advantage on?
Helping her attack the weak spots of the wall?
No.
Okay. Yeah, there's not much I can do with 3 HP.
You can attack a wolf?
Yeah, but I'll probably die.
You have a cleric in the party.
Yeah.
But you didn't heal me.
You're supposed to?
Nah, it's your choice, but
To be fair, the one who's about to die is the higher priority. And
Yeah.
I think these wolves are more angry at the ones who did just stab them and their friends. So, do you have any form of ranged attack?
No, I have to reload my crossbow for doing that, but
May as well do that if you're not going to do anything at all.
nah. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna move down, and I'm going to attack this wolf with my katana.
A quick tip: if you move down there, you get a bonus because flanking.
Oh, you are flanking.
Yep, I'll flank him. And what kind of bonus is it? 2 attacks or?
I think it's just advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
You hit him. Roll for damage.
Ooh!
You slash off the head of the wolf.
Definitely bleeding still.
Yeah.
Alexander's like, whoa!
Bellamin, death save.
Yep. Let me see.
All right.
Yeah, I know, right? With 3 HP, man.
So, this wolf will turn to you, Alexander.
Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God it didn't come
It
to
goes to bite your ankles.
The choices were me or
An 18 to hit.
Alex.
I'm pretty sure that it's.
Or
Right.
finish off the other one.
4 damage. And I need you to do a death save. I mean, strength save. Death save
Right,
throw
I'm
with negative multiplier. Yeah. Strength save or knocked onto the ground. Yeah, you stay up.
Woo!
Yay!
I
Astrid.
thought he was about to say make a strength save or be knocked unconscious. Like, that's a bit harsh. Oh, I shouldn't be giving him ideas, actually.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if you give me ideas or not.
Oh, no.
I obviously have a lot in store for you anyways.
Oh no.
So, Astrid, can I move into the space where the dead wolf is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it will be considered rough terrain, but doesn't really matter towards attacks. Yes, movement.
And I will,
Stabby, stabby.
in a fury, just...
I will give blessings! Kapoof! Okay.
You hit it. 5 damage.
Yay!
This is offhand, so it's just straight 1d4.
Yeah. So
Nice.
give it 1 damage. So the wolf is heavily damaged. It's bleeding at this point. Aki, you see your teammates now with only 1 wolf to go and one of your teammates on the ground unconscious. What do you do?
I want to go to stand beside the fallen teammate and use spare the dying.
Alright, so you spared the dying and Bellamin is stable.
Yay,
Alexander, your turn to shine.
Yes! Okay. Oh god.
Kill like the wolf sound again.
I feel like I have a lot of pressure. Please.
It's because you do.
Yes!
Alright, yeah, you collect.
Yeah. Yay!
Come on!
We survived it.
We survived! We survived death!
Astrid's gonna walk over to Bellamin and start patching him up with her healer's kit.
Yep. Roll for that.
Ignore Paul. Ignore Paul.
Also,
Yeah.
Crystal
Donna,
kind
you're
of
on
needs to
HP.
leave soon. Because like she has her father going to get her at 9,
Okay.
which is soon. So
Yeah. But we are now out of initiative.
yeah.
Yeah, Ball would be falling to the ground. The adrenaline kept him going, but now the fight is over. He's just.
Bellamin, you are put at 1 HP.
Alright.
You guys happy to survive these wolves. You find yourself once again in silence.
She has to make herself ready, but I can text her what she wants to do if you want.
Yeah.
So no worries. It will be fine.
Yeah, no worries. You are within the forest, deep within this forest of secrets. Silence all around you. You don't really know what could be lurking anywhere around you at this point.
Yeah, paused on the ground, sort of unconscious. Not totally unconscious yet.
Am I able to cast Cure Wounds on myself, or
Yeah,
does it need
if you, being out of initiative, you can do basically whatever.
Okay. Then I will use Cure Wounds.
Is Paul still on the ground?
Yeah.
He's sitting on the ground.
Does it look like he needs medical attention, or is he just exhausted?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. He's bleeding heavily.
Yeah, he's having a bleeding.
Walk over, patch him up a little bit.
You patch him up a little bit. You're able to make any bleeding stop, but nothing that will help that much.
As I look towards Alexander, I will also take out my medicine kit. Try to
Oh, thank you.
We have 2.5 healers. This is going to be great.
So you use your healer's kit. You patch him up. He gets 2 extra HP. Feels a little bit better than before. Question, Paul, have you used your second wind?
I don't even think my character has a second win.
Yes, you do. Your base class fighter,
All fighters get second wind on
level 1.
in first level.
Oh, okay.
So a D10 plus 1.
I'll roll it.
You get 4 HP back.
Okay.
So you are sitting around, the wolf's dead. You feel a bit tired out from having to fight these beasts. The forest around you, quiet, very quiet.
Can we, or at least can I skin them, or if anybody else wants to? Get meat or something? Or no?
You can skin them if you have a knife, dagger.
Can I also do it with a katana, or?
A katana is kind of too big.
So can I, or?
Not with a katana.
Okay.
A katana is way too big, too flimsy to be able to skin an animal.
Okay.
Well, I can try. But you need in survival check, do I believe?
Yeah, survival.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you rather easily skin the wolves.
We should investigate the meat or something, or the skin. Maybe we find something new.
We find out that we really don't like the taste of wolf.
So, as you cut the skin off, you see their hearts.
I had to say goodbye to Crystal. She is going home now.
Yep.
So yeah.
As I was saying, as you get the skins off the wolves, you see their hearts. Their hearts seem purple, almost.
Can I get out the crystal that I found and look at if the color is like similar to that art?
So you pull out the crystal. The crystal has a weird glow to it.
Do I see her pull
I-
and
I am-
pulling out
I'm
this
just-
crystal?
I'm just going a bit away from them.
Oh.
I'm not gonna heal anything. I'll take it back in my pocket.
Before you're able to put it back in your pocket,
5 new wolves.
there you are.
Oh,
Holding the stone in your hand, you hear a voice inside your head.
oh no. I don't like when it's only 2 on 2 here.
No one else can
Oh,
hear
no.
it, so.
Oh, jeez.
How did you get this? How did you get your hands on the crystal?
I'm just gonna answer the question with the questions, like, who are you?
I am the one locked inside this forest.
Wait, you're locked?
I am locked into this forest by magic.
I got this crystal from a monster. It died and I just saw it coming out of it. How did you get locked in the forest? Of course with magic, but I have no idea with magic.
Him. The other one. The one
other
on
one?
the isle. The one on the dark isles locked me in here.
Is there any way to release you?
For that you need to reach me first.
May I ask, is it you or is it the other person that's making the monsters come out of this forest?
He set them up. He's pulling them out of the forest. I don't know how, but he's using them to make people not able to reach me. Free me from this place.
Okay.
It's a wonder you made it past the outer lines. The outer lines generally is the point at where people disappear.
Yeah, we kind of just went through it. And,
You must have had quite the luck to get past them.
to be honest, yeah. I am really, really, really lucky. But, may I ask, if we help you getting out of this forest, does that mean the monster will stop appearing?
I
From the
doubt
forest?
so. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
There must be some way to get the forest, at least making sure the monster isn't coming out anymore.
I might
How-
be able to
how
help
can I
with
know I
that.
can- And how can I trust you?
Do you want to roll an insight against them?
Yeah, he's asking that because he don't know this person.
So, how can anyone trust anyone?
Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
If you want, you can roll insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight. I didn't know if insight counted due to.
Well, insight is just listening to someone to see if they're truthful. You have. He seems to be truthful with what he's saying. You feel. You don't sense anything about him that is wrong.
Okay. What do you know? What is your name?
I don't have a name.
Okay. Are you a living being?
I am living, yes. But my
Okay,
name is lost
okay.
in time since long ago.
Is it fine if I call you something? I need to say whoever you are. Can I call you the unknown?
That works.
Okay, cool.
And you. The voice fades away from your mind.
Wait, where are you in the forest?
Just follow the magic.
What is that supposed to be?
Oh, welcome back.
So, who's your new character gonna be?
What?
I'm kidding.
Like, Alexander is just shot and he's looking at the stone and everyone just like, what does follow the magic supposed to mean?
What?
Okay. I heard a voice. He said he has been trapped in this forest for so long, and that someone else made this forest how it is. He don't know how to cure the forest, but he knows how to get to him, and he said follow the magic, and I can see magic? Like, what the?
This will be fun.
Give the crystal to Bellarmine.
This will be so fun.
Oh.
So much fun.
Did it say who at any point?
He didn't have a name, but I was allowed to name him. So I named him Unknown, since I really don't know who it is.
Is that the Pokemon Unknown?
Oh,
I doubt it.
I mean, like, to be fair, I wanted to name him Bob, but I believe that I wasn't allowed to do that.
Yeah, good idea.
Wouldn't it be great to be TPK'd by a thing called Bob?
Yeah.
Bob.
oh no.
Bob the Unknown. Let's follow the magic.
Yeah, I guess we follow the magic, and then he's just like going over here, and he's like, okay.
And he left, right?
He's just going, having the crystal, trying to see if something happens.
So, holding the crystal, you somehow get a sense of direction to where to go. You follow a feeling you get from the crystal, walking through the forest. You continue walking for a few hours until you reach a very well sculpted stone with these weird runes on them.
Oh.
And those of you that can sense magic, you sense very, very powerful magic about this stone.
Yeah. That should be crystal in Bellarmine. I think.
kind of magic it is? Or if
Sure,
you see
roll
anything
Arcana.
Alright.
So, looking around the rooms, it seems like some ceiling magic. Something set up to close something in.
Oh yeah, Alexander will also say, by the way, the guys seem to be trustworthy, but again, it's me and I'm not really good in social quotes, so just to be sure that you guys shouldn't trust my judgment. Yeah.
You did
Can
get a
I-
very strong feeling that he was telling the truth.
Yeah. I have a huge feeling though he's telling the
Did this thing in the gem say that we needed to break this seal by any chance?
he only said that we had to find him. And that's mostly what I remember. Maybe we can try to maybe there's some way to make this crystal like guy talk to us again. I don't know. Or perhaps if anyone knows about the crystal.
I'm gonna walk up to the runic stone and put my hand on it.
Okay, you put your hand on the stone, and as you do, you just feel this very powerful magic pulsing against your hand. And
Can I like try and telepathically communicate with anything inside, or is that a bit
you
of a
feel
stretch?
nothing sentient in it,
Okay.
Alexander.
I wanna.
but you feel something change in it as you put your hand on it.
Maybe Alexander has to touch the stone with the crystal in her own.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking. Maybe
Yeah.
I want to try to take the stone closer to the
Ruin.
to the wood. See
Okay.
if something happens.
So you get closer with the crystal, and you get nothing happens with you getting it closer to it.
Okay. I want to try to
Maybe-
touch the wood.
Just with your hand or with a crystal.
I first try with my hand and then with the.
So you put your hand on the rune stone, and nothing happens. But as you put the crystal onto it, it reacts. The
Oh.
part of the forest that you're in, seemingly from nowhere, it gets brighter. And you feel the stone getting stronger.
Guys!
This is weird.
This is
This
weird
is
and I have a bad
weird.
feeling.
Yeah, I don't think he did tell the truth.
Stomping. Oh my god, we have to get out of here.
Wait, the
Yeah.
stone's making that noise?
The stones are not making any noise, but
Okay, I
Look-
want to roll.
looking around you, some unnatural light around you is making it very bright.
Oh god. I take the stone away from the woman.
So as you pull the crystal away from the room, the lights dim down. But by now, you all notice that it is considerably more bright in this area than it was on the other places you've been in the forest.
I'm gonna look around. Is there anything different other than the light?
Other than the light, you see nothing changing.
Okay.
But
Is there
roll
something I can see in the light?
Roll perception.
Okay. 19.
So, Alexander, you notice
Yep.
these spheres of light all around you.
Oh. Wait, what was it again? I kind of like
Just spheres of light.
okay, fears of light.
Spheres. Balls. Hovering balls glowing.
Oh, spheres.
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 Ah. Then. Is it like close that I can reach it, or do I need to like?
At where you're standing at the stone, you're about 20 feet away from the lights.
Okay. Like
And-
upwards or like next to me? Because then I can just walk over there.
They're about 10 feet up in the air and creating
Okay.
a circle around the stone.
Is Alexander the only one
Oh.
who can see them?
She noticed. Alexander noticed them. No one
Okay.
else of you have noticed them yet.
Then I wanna tell the others just like, do you see what's up there? And just pointing.
Yeah, so now everyone sees these spheres of light hovering around. Looking around, you count to a total of 8 of them.
Can I speak to one of the spheres?
You could try.
Do I have to roll something or
What language are you trying to speak in?
normal human language? And if that doesn't work, dwarfish.
Common. So you use the languages you know to try to speak to them. They don't react to the speaking, so you don't get a reaction from them in any way.
Can I try to talk in Celestial?
Oh, wait. And maybe I can do something with Sylvan.
I've got Elvish and Sylvan as well.
Okay, so you try Elevation Sylvan, neither reacting with the bones. But Alexander, as you start speaking in Celestial, you see them start to blink a little.
Ask them if they're friendly and celestial.
Okay. I will do that. Oh, you're friendly, he says in Celestial.
They don't react to those words. You see them kind of dimming and brightening, just doing that. Not reacting to
Can you
that.
get close? Can you get closer so we can?
You say close. As soon as you say the word closer, you see them move 5 feet closer to the stone.
Then I want to say. What if I say left in Celestial? Would they
Left?
move left? Yeah.
They move synchronized to the left, around in a circle around the stone.
Alexander is just looking at the others and just like, can I do magic now?
I think they are listening to you because you hold this.
Crystal, yeah.
Okay. Let's try this. He will say in common white.
White.
Yeah, you know.
To the
from-
right.
Yeah, the opposite of left.
Alright. They don't do anything.
Okay, and then he gives the crystal to Paul, and then he's like saying right in Celestial.
No, I can't speak celestial.
No. He
They
says he says it to the.
They start going
People
right.
doing-
slowly but surely moving rightwards around the thing.
And then he looks back at the others and like, guys!
Can I investigate it?
I think it's the language I can. So yeah, I will say down in Celestial, so they can like as far as down that he can reach them.
So they lower down to where they're 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Light off.
You want to try to hold.
So you walk up and grab one of them. Are you trying to move it?
No, I'm just holding it. Just
So-
trying to be holding it gently.
So you have your hand around this sphere. It's staying in the same place, just hovering there.
Okay, do I feel anything or
You
nothing at all?
just feel magical power.
Well, I don't like this.
Can they maybe get close to the stone? At least the stone with the binding magic.
Maybe.
Maybe you have to combine the spheres to get rid of the binding curse.
Yeah.
Can I
Then-
inspect the runes? Like, are they in any kind of language?
So they're in some language, but you don't You don't know what language they're in.
Okay.
Can I try to inspect it in case it's celestial?
I was
So-
thinking that.
You start reading at the runes. You're familiar with them, but you don't get a sense of what they exactly are saying. They seem randomly put out. Some of the runes meaning Lightbringer. Some saying Sea Lock. And the 4 last ones just saying, what was it? Light.
Okay. I'm telling what I found to the others.
Bring the spheres to the stone. Give them that command.
Okay. Let's try to do that.
Where are the spheres located now? Are they left from the stone, right from the stone?
They should be like.
They're in a
reachable.
circle around them. 5 feet off the ground, about 10 feet from the stone.
How about we try to make the stone touch the sphere? I can't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
What are you trying to do? Touch the crystal or the stone to the spheres?
I guess the spheres have to move to the stone.
You need to be very specific with what you're trying to do.
What I want to do is like making the stone touch the spheres, so that just to see what happens.
The
If it's okay if I can get back the stone.
You mean the crystal?
Yeah, I mean the crystal.
Okay.
Because I gave it to Paul just to see what happens.
Yep.
So can I get the crystal back, Paul?
No.
Ah, damn it! I guess the Paul.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then he takes like the stone touching the spheres to see what happens.
So, as you put the crystal to the spheres, all the spheres turn black.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, you did
You
something
fucked
bad.
up.
I'm sorry.
And
Why
you
did
s-
you
Hold on,
do
my
it?
phone is calling.
We're dead.
the runes on the stone start glowing in a purple tone. And
I'm backing the fuck up.
the stone
Purple is a
starts
bad thing.
rumbling.
Same as me.
And you see a crack from the middle of it spread to the edges in 8 ways.
Guys, move back.
I'm moving back, alright.
And the stones flap into the air, leaving a hole underneath it. And the stones now, the 8 pieces, now hovering 10 feet above the hole,
Sorry,
rotating.
my phone called, so I had to take it.
Cheers.
Let's see, what did I miss?
So, upon touching the crystal to the stone, the spheres, they turn black, which
Everything is really bad in
Hello?
Hello?
hello.
Okay, I can actually hear you guys now.
There we go.
What happened? I think Discord's having troubles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As I was saying, as you touch the crystal to the spheres, they turned pitch black.
Yeah. I don't like that.
The runes on the stone started glowing, and the stone divided into 8 pieces. They flew 10 feet up into the air and started circling around the hole left underneath. And from the hole you see a dim purple glow. And you hear a voice.
Was the crystal purple?
Yes.
Is it?
Okay, we have
I
to
guess
move down there.
I guess everyone can hear the voice now. So
Can I run
Yeah. I'm glad.
Can I
Finally.
run an insight check to somehow discover if it's a bad threat or a good being? Or...
If it's a yeah, roll insight.
Would that be insight?
Kind of.
I want to also roll inside.
Wait, you said the hole was speaking to us, right?
You hear a voice from within the hole.
What's
Saying-
it saying?
Finally, after so many years.
I can finally eat some meat. Eating us.
Up out of
The
the
fucking run. Yeah.
up from the hole, you see this
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
being floating up through the hole. Around him, shadows swerving around. You see him stretching his body, and his body
What the-
covered in this weird material. His face covered in a mask.
Can I run a perception check to see what he's wearing or?
Yeah, roll perception check with disadvantage.
I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have taken this crystal.
So
I should have said just fuck it and just run.
so you see him wearing this almost armor-like armor, but doesn't seem to be protective in any way.
I am just stepping
His
back.
head covered in a hood, and
I
a
seriously think it's
cloak,
a picture.
a cloak hanging from his shoulders, ragged and tiered at the bottom. In his left hand, a staff
Yeah. It's the picture. Nice going.
Yeah,
It's the dark one.
it's the dark one.
Well, let's run. Fuck this shit out, man.
You sense a strong darkness all about him.
Ooh, this is the end, guys. Can I talk to him in common language and tell him that we're friendly?
Sure you can.
Okay, I'll tell him that we come in peace and that we want to help him.
So you're about to sell your soul to the devil.
Friends with him first.
Well, no.
Do you want to die? Yes or no?
Hard pass, mate.
You have just undone the seal on the dark one.
Oh shit.
That's a good thing.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
The dark one, played by the DM.
I trusted you.
Oh,
You trusted a shadow caster.
Paul is cursed now. He's joining the other side.
So,
no.
you're the ones who actually did it. You undid his seal. Good job on knowing Celestial.
Yeah, it might...
I like that one.
He's like,
Okay.
it runs into some family.
I'll just become your friend. I don't want to die.
Does anyone of you understand primordial?
Nope.
Okay. You guys hear him say something in a language you don't understand, and the shadows around you start to swirl into this creature behind him. You see him turn to it, pat it on the head. Now back to you.
Show him the crystal. And tell him to teleport the stuff. Fuck out of here.
And what can you offer me for such a service?
The crystal.
Like that as anything for me.
I mean, like we kind of helped you out, so you kind of.
You want to die?
Indeed.
Give him the crystal.
You see him wave his hand, and you see a crystal bigger than the one you have in the same colors in his hand. And you see 2 strings around his neck attached to that crystal, and these shadows swerving around it.
It looks like it's a power source or something.
No, we have to break the seal.
What, you mean the one you just broke?
And there's 2 more.
Yeah, sure, like I don't know what I myself would have done against me.
So you're the one that's like sending the monsters to.
That's not a good thing to say. We're gonna die.
I mean,
I
like
had
he
to
is.
get the attention of people somehow.
I mean,
How else would I get people to come in here and undo the seal?
Well,
now since you're free, you're gonna stop this sending monsters, right?
you're dead.
I don't care. At this point, I don't care anymore. I've been close to that.
Chaos is my main idea in this world. A world cannot exist against chaos.
Can I?
What should we do to undo
Can I
the
try
seal?
to roll a history check on to see if he is responsible for the attack on my village?
Ooh.
So, yeah, roll history.
1.
Yeah. So, you don't know for sure, but with what you know about the crystal you have, and it being connected to him, and coming from a creature similar but bigger than the one you had. It seems like he kind of was behind it. It feels like he was the reason it happened.
So there are 2 more curses that bound you to those crystals.
No, there isn't.
Then what are those 2 crystals next to you that you're being chained to?
Oh, you mean this thing? It's just a reminder of my homeland. It lets it drop. And the crystals in the monsters is just a way to try to control them. But
Well,
there's still work to be done.
Since you're back to the, out of your seal, what's going to happen next?
Chaos shall rise.
Chaos shall rise. I'll join you.
So you wish to
I
become
wouldn't
my...
say that, it was so out of character.
Alexander just like, what the fuck, man?
Are you sure you
No.
don't want to actually join
No.
them?
Alexander's going over and slaps it and like, no! You're not allowed to do this!
Back
We had
into
a chance to
character.
join him.
You guys are here with this being with what seems like just a mass of shadow behind him. It just kind of snuggling against his back.
Okay, I wanna ask about it. Just like, I see a shadow right next to you. Would it be someone living, like a soul? I'm not really good in magic, okay?
Well, it's just my elemental.
Hell no! Hell no! Hell no!
It's
What
just
are we
my
supposed to do? This thing's the
elemental.
EVEG. It was out of session 1. What the fuck?
That's what you
Well,
get for running deep within the forest.
Fair point.
I would ask him if we
Fair
can
point.
still get out of the forest.
Of course there's a way to get out of the forest.
Can you lead us there?
And what's in it for me?
The crystal.
I mean,
Don't give him that.
I'm
We
gonna
have to get out of the forest.
listen. I will be careful. I'm gonna be. I will put up the courage to ask, like, well, we kind of set you free, so you kind of like owe us to get us
No,
out.
for him, then they're gonna kill.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, she's gonna get a skill.
We can use the crystal to.
16. It will be bad.
We're dead. Thank you, Nova.
Good luck.
Quickly toss the crystal to me.
So, as Alexander is holding crystal, after you taunting him with crystal, the crystal you have crumbles into just black dust.
Now we have nothing to give anymore.
Yeah.
Now we're dead.
I mean, like, we also have an Astomore who can, like.
I mean,
The
we have
crystal means
approximately
nothing
4
to
souls.
me.
We've got 4 souls between us. Who's willing to?
I ask him, what is your objective? Do you want to destroy the world?
I just want peace in the world.
Said something
Damn
about-
it. Well, not peace, but like I want like just traveling normally. I never wanted to go on adventure.
You just picked up the wrong mission.
I
You
think
have
he said
really done
something-
some fucked up.
Here's where like he's following Aki because he don't want Aki to get in danger. But then he gets in these situations like these, and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, You just got yourself in a real bad situation.
We're gonna die. Yeah, but I asked him what is his
Are there any
next objective.
forests? Sorry, are there any trees nearby in the clearing?
The clearing is about 30 feet wide in all
Okay. I'm gonna
in all
slowly move
directions.
towards a tree.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
30
join
feet to each side without trees. And as you turn around, as you start walking back, your back hits something that feels like a wall.
I'm gonna look behind me.
As you look behind me, you just see a dome of shadows around you.
Ooh, thank you, Nova.
What do I roll to not shit myself?
Wisdom.
Roll it.
Oh, man.
You
That was
don't
close.
shit yourself.
Okay, I
Just
asked.
a question, what was the DC?
18. No,
Oh,
19. Yeah, 19.
Wow.
So you hit the
Try it.
DC.
I asked the dark one if he wants us to join him. Just trust me, guys. Would he let us go?
If you join me, of course, I'll let you out to spread chaos into the world.
That's the only option we have, guys, for now.
This goes over my alignment. Damn it.
It's gonna be the end of the campaign in one session.
He holds out his hand. For those who wish to join me, take my hand.
What do
I'm
I
just
get
thinking-
from it? What do I get from it?
Dead, instant death, I believe.
Power you would never have anticipated getting. And an ally strong enough to create worlds.
Elaborate. Explain it to me.
You would be able to summon my powers.
Okay, I'll join you.
Jesus Christ.
Nope, he's not here anymore. He left.
Who left?
Jesus.
Jesus left the building.
Jesus went, fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm
It's a
just
little
thinking,
bit
like,
too dark for me.
I'm just thinking like Aki is like the whole divine thing, and when she comes back like the next session, she's like, oh my god, how did you guys do this? But wait. How would he accept a divine creature to join him? I mean, like, she's made of like celestial.
Yeah. He has a way with creatures that none understands.
So Nova is sort of joining him.
Joining
Is
him,
there any way to get out of this alive without joining him?
No.
who knows?
Okay, I'll join him. I'll join him.
Did we all forget the rules? Maybe we can make an offer to him.
Yeah,
If you
I'll
have
put
something
forward
to
that-
offer him, good luck.
Hold on. I will look into my equipment to see if I can give something.
What happens if some of us join him? Or is that a meta game?
It's kind of metagamey to say, so I won't tell you.
Does it like kill my character?
Maybe, maybe not. You don't
Well-
know.
What Alexander will do, he will take out some blacksmith tools and just showing it to him and saying like, these are most dearly item I have. It may be nothing to you, but to me, this was the thing that that gave me bond to my stepfamily. And if this can help getting us out of here, then I am willing to give it to you.
Nova's gonna get us killed yet again.
So are you willing to sell your souls for your allies?
To be honest, I want to make sure they are safe. Then I rather risk my life to make sure they are safe.
I'll join you on this journey.
So,
I'll join you.
Fulgaris
I'm
and
neutral
Nova.
anyway, so I'll become chaotic evil.
I am more of like trying to make a deal of like, hey, these blacksmith tools for getting out of here.
Yeah, he's not gonna accept tools.
Well, I mean, he's willing to accept Paul.
I mean, like, he said something dearly. This
Yeah, that's
is-
because I have 220s.
Yeah, basically, what will happen is he will bind your soul to those tools, and basically your soul is his.
Oh.
Ooh.
And the only way for you to get them back,
What?
eventually, if you go that way, is to get your tools back.
So what happens with me since I don't have one currently?
A soul?
Yeah.
So
I'm a warlock. I can't really have two sugar daddies, you know.
he
Then.
doesn't need you.
Okay. I will.
You could.
I will
Could
give
work.
my soul to make sure everyone is safe. Make sure everyone is getting out of here. And
No, you won't.
Can I maybe cast some ritual?
Paul is accepting his hand while
to
Alexander was
as
speaking.
much as he can, as forceful as I can.
What are you trying to cast?
Well, it's a ritual, but I don't have it yet.
Yeah, then you can't cast it.
Alexander, you're gonna get us killed.
Oh wait.
So-
isn't it more like me
Oh, wait.
trying to sell my soul so you guys can get out of here?
I'll offer my soul. You get out of here.
The Dark One holds his hand out, waiting for someone to grab it.
I'll grab it.
Fuck
will-
it.
I'll grab it.
Fuck it, I'll
I
go.
was first. Hell yeah.
If more than one of you want to, I can surely give you that honor.
Ooh.
I will sacrifice myself.
Yep, I'll join it.
Okay,
We
Vulcanus
only
in
need
general.
I
You two,
need one.
you take his hands. You take his hands. As you do, you feel something inside of you change. And you feel a connection now to him.
Oh no.
Where
I
are the
don't
secret
like-
powers?
They will come in time.
So
So,
you'll be my father now.
Oh my
Wait.
god.
Wait, does that mean I
Let's
have?
go for free now. You've
Hold
weighted
on.
him out too much.
Wait. Does that mean I have two stepfathers?
You want me to be your daddy?
No.
I only
Listen,
did
listen.
it because
Someone said father,
this is
sounds
out
like.
of character, but I only did it because I need to get to research the power so I can use them against.
I'm just, I'm just like, I'm going for it for now, and just like, maybe something celestial can help us, please.
He holds
Yeah,
his
so
hand
evil.
out towards you, Alexander.
So who hasn't taken it so far? Me and Alexander, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
What did he
Yeah,
say that
I
we'd get if we did do it?
he's very unclear on exactly what you would be able to do. But what he said is that you will be able to do things that no one else will be able to do. Call on powers of his.
We'll get out of the curse somehow. But I already joined him, so.
Alex, Alexander is like looking at Astrid, and then is looking at his own hand. He don't really know what to do. He's like, he wants to. He's thinking of maybe like trying to accept it for now and see if there's any way to maybe stop it later, or he's.
Alexander, come with me to Disneyland. Take us home.
Oh my god.
Where it's like this. It's like this. If you accept the darkness, you will get cookies. And I'm like, cookies.
I mean, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I will also cast guidance. It's one of my cantrips.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I joined him alright.
hold on.
I need to think about this out of
Just
character.
one
What
creature.
would she do?
Hold on. And then I will use a Arcana check to check if I can use the power to, or at least try to understand the power he gave me.
Okay. Oh. So
So it's a 25.
So you
it's a
basically die in
nat
5 minutes.
20.
Yeah, natural 20s.
Have you taken the deal?
I
He
think
has.
that's a deal.
So you feel the powers of the shadows. You feel that your own shadow follows your will. And that in time you could grow powerful enough to control more than just your own shadow.
At some point we can
Oh,
destroy our own curse. Trust me. Alexander, join the Disney World.
I'm moving to
Don't-
ask
you
you
don't
no
have to.
thanks.
Don't have to.
I'm like,
Ashton will approach shadowy bitch ass and say, "You
Be gone, you
my home-
fool!
You destroyed my hometown."
Not necessarily. I was just trying to make troops to be unable to undo him.
Who?
well, yeah, it's the guy you talked about.
See,
The one-
you had to join him. I told you.
But
He's
by
a good
him,
guy. He's a good guy.
The creatures themselves ended up having more of their own will.
by him, do you mean the arcane one?
I've got
No, the arcane one disappeared hundreds of years ago. I know where he is, but he's
What's
out
his
of the
name?
picture. He doesn't have a name, just like me.
Is he a relative to you? Family or?
You could say that.
So is this him, the prophet?
The creator, the savior.
So that's what you call him. The prophet. He's nothing more than a fraud. Merely
Nobody
a shadow
believes
of the arcane one.
So you want me to destroy him?
My ultimate goal is to undo him and get back to the one I was before his stupid choices.
Take his hand.
I.
I will join. I stretch out my hand.
Yes!
He reaches down, grabs your hand. You feel your heart, the thorns turning crystallized. A mix of your patron and him forming.
Oh.
Well, we're full now. Bye bye, Alexander.
Now we can always use more Nazgul. It's fine.
More Nazgul, good Nazgul.
He's just looking at everyone and just sees like everyone join the dark side.
Who said he's the dark side? He just happens to be a shadow caster. That's not his fault.
I mean that's true.
I like how no one's asked him about how he happened to be the way he is.
No, I'm gonna ask that.
Who doesn't
I'm gonna
want
ask
to go
that.
to Disney World? Who doesn't?
I'm gonna ask.
Disney World's overrated. I'm here for the snacks.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Jesus
Join me to
Christ.
the dark side.
Why?
Wait a minute.
What
Who
about,
are
what
you?
about Crystal? What about
He-
Crystal?
Yeah, that's the
Crystal
thing.
is dead.
It's a reminder.
I
Reminder of who I was.
what I will say is I want to ask some questions first. Is it fine?
Of course it is.
I want to ask how did he get these powers? And
Why did he get locked up in the first place?
yeah, I
You
mean
hear
like
him
he
take
got
a deep sigh. Long ago, before this world was created, a man went seeking powers in the Shadow Realm. I am merely as a part of that man, the one you call the Arcane One. The darkness inside him corrupted his soul. And in a desperate attempt to control the darkness, he accidentally split his soul into two, creating me and the Prophet, a man driven by his own desires, ending up ripping people from their homes into a world they have no reason to be in. I ended up with the dark powers he had, but this good soul, the good part of the soul he once had.
That water sound though.
I'm just
That's so accurate.
listen, I'm just getting some iced tea in my cup, okay?
That was so accurate. If I recorded that, I would make a lot of money.
I have it on recording.
I'm like, okay. So tell me more. This is like a therapy session, just like, so tell me more.
It almost sounds
He
like
tried
you're
to
a
lock me
psychiatrist
in
or
because
something.
of the shadow powers I have, trying to control the world. But I rebelled in down with only me being locked up. I used the last of my strength to lock him onto the Dark Isles, where he's remained for hundreds of... No, well, he's been there now for not that long. He came in here trying to destroy me once and for all, and all he did was get himself locked inside his vault.
Which fault?
The Arcane Library, of course.
Where the hell is that?
Where the hell is that?
The Dark...
Yeah,
It's
it'd be on the Dark Isles,
on
since
the
that's where
Dark
he's
Isles.
trapped.
What he will do is
Run away.
he will look at the hand where he has a birthmark, and he will look at Aki, which may be there. I think she would say. I think she would accept due to she wants to know knowledge.
She's a knowledge.
I mean, like, yeah, she's someone like daring to do, and just like, okay, I want to join.
If it's knowledge you want, I can give it to you.
But I already joined
Give
him.
me the knowledge.
You
To be fair, I never wanted any power. I was okay with my life before.
I'm
Actually,
not
I
gonna say it again.
you weren't trying to protect the ones you love.
mean, like, I want to protect the ones I love. That's the thing I want to do.
If we help you, What will happen to the world? Will you protect it? Will you destroy it?
I'll make it a better place.
Join in.
What do you mean by better place?
A world cannot exist without chaos. Remember the
So
wars
how-
before my monsters.
How did you become the way you are?
I mean, like, he already...
I already explained it.
Yeah, but
Might
why
be.
shadows? You know, why dark?
Your mother beat you.
The man, the arcane one, he went to the Shadow Realm seeking power. He found that power, but at a grave price. And I am part of that price, these shadow powers that I have.
Well, then I believe
Uh,
your soul is corrupted.
My soul isn't
It's
corrupted,
you.
I just have the power to control the shadows, summon elementals from
What?
the Shadow Realm.
What Alexander will do is, since I have a bit of bad time because I need to get the dog, what he will say is that my family always taught me to do the good thing. Right now, I really don't know what to do, but as long as I can make sure they are safe, as a thanks for what they have done to me, I'll accept your offer. But just under one condition, that if there is any chaos, at least it doesn't happen in my home village.
So be it. I will protect your village from any harm from the chaos.
Protect Rosemore as well, while you're at it.
Alright.
Same as mine on village.
Then so
And
our
also-
contract shall be.
Wait. Also, I want to know, because who attacked my village was a gang of thieves. I want to know who the leader is.
I'll see what I can do. If I will find out what I can about them, and I'll make you able to get your revenge.
Okay, then that's the deal.
He
Then we
also
have to
has
find
hand
his
out for you.
relative.
And he takes the hand.
Now you're going to Disneyland.
Yay!
Which section do you want to go further in first?
You feel a power similar to the one you felt from the crystal inside you.
Okay.
That's no Disneyland. What did I do?
It's no Disneyland, now you've got metal literally inside of your heart.
And now I just feel sad. I was promised Disneyland, but it didn't happen.
So,
Now I just had depression.
You thought it was Disneyland? Surprise!
just
Surprise.
beware of the nameless one. There is a creature out there, one that I got into a closeness to perfection.
Also, I just need to get the dog. Be right back.
Yeah. And I'll continue saying what I'm saying. Out there, somewhere in the world, I don't know exactly where, but there is a creature made by me, who I got to a point of sentience. Living a life in a civilization, in a village, hidden away. If you would happen upon this creature, don't do it harm. Not as of yet, at least. And that goes the same with its friend, Goliath. So if you find a small woman and a Goliath walking in the same company, don't harm them. Just watch them. Keep an eye
Got
out,
it.
because I doubt on their loyalty. Okay. So you now find yourselves in the service of the Dark One. The shadows around you turn darker until pitch black. You see the ground underneath you change slightly, and you find yourselves, after the shadows disappear, outside the forest.
Oh, you made our way out?
You are now outside of the forest.
Okay.
You looking around, you put yourself somewhere around this area.
Around here?
The little forest
Oh, okay.
there.
Just checking, my patron is still the same, right?
Yeah.
This is just extra stuff. Okay, cool.
This is just extra stuff that will be fun. And we'll wait for Noah to come back and I'll wrap things up.
So, yeah, you probably won't tell, but is the second party also in service of the Dark One?
Not the service, but
Has
they
there
have-
been like
Oh,
contacts?
they are in service of the other one.
That's
they
what I
have
was
ties
thinking, that's
to
what
the
I was
Dark
thinking.
One. They do indeed.
They are in service of the other Dark One, the bad one.
I mean, here's the
You
thing.
mean the Prophet?
How do we know that both aren't just evil? Or maybe this one's not evil. Or maybe it is
Yeah,
evil.
no one made an insight check on what he was saying in his little story, so you have no clue at this point.
My insight is 2.
The only thing you incited was when he first appeared. You had no one tried to insight on him.
He's gonna smite me.
No one tried to see if he was actually being truthful about what he was saying.
I mean,
Just
the
saying.
thing is, we would never gotten away if we didn't do it.
I don't suppose we can retroactively incite a specific statement.
No, it's
No, I didn't think so.
looking at a statement just from what you remember. What you listen to is his voice, the way he says things, and the way he moves while saying things.
Yeah.
Body language and voice. At this point, it's too late to try to concern whether he was lying or telling the truth.
We're dead.
No, you're out of the forest, so you're obviously not dead.
Not yet.
Looking at each other, is there any visible change to our appearance?
There's nothing visually changed on your appearance.
Can I look at my own shadow? Is anything weird about that?
There's nothing specifically weird about it, at what you can see. But you get a sense that if you wanted to, you can do things with your shadow.
I'm gonna try and make my shadow move independently of me.
So you concentrate on your shadow, trying to make it move as you stand still. And it takes you a little bit to get to a point where you get to
My bad.
start to stretch, just stretch itself, as if it's been dormant for a very long time.
Okay. Okay.
I'm back.
Can I like?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Nova, we died. So.
Oh. Well, shit. Oh, that's sad.
Guess
You
get to play
didn't
that
die.
party one.
You're out of the forest and out of the forest of secrets and inside this little piece of forest.
Wait, where? I need to zoom out. map. Hold on. There we go.
Over here.
Oh, okay.
You made it out alive.
Woo!
Yeah,
We're the first ones. Yeah.
And I also said the fact that no one even tried to insight check him while he was talking about his life. And
That was a
Yeah.
mistake.
from.
We wouldn't have gotten away if we did.
I mean, at least we
You
would
could
know
still
that we're-
insight check him.
I mean, yeah.
Even if
When you insight check someone, you don't have to announce, I don't trust you.
Jesus Christ,
and
dog.
it
with
just
the
means
real
you know
cards.
if they're lying or not.
Objection.
Objection!
I wanted to do insight before I took the hand, but I was like, I have a dog to get.
Damn it, I could use my cantrip again.
Which cantrip? The guide thing?
Guidance. Yeah.
My dog is so hyped right now. Hold on.
I can
He's so
hear
happy
it.
you chose the good side.
The
You might have
good
shown.
side,
Well, I'm gonna
yeah.
say this. You can roll insight. I'll let you. If you want to.
We can roll it now.
Yeah, I'll let you roll it just for funsies.
Alright.
It won't change anything.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes.
I know
so
everything about this man.
And then
So full 4 extra on a 7.
Ah.
So do you think, from what you can see and hear, he seemed truthful?
I really want to know what the second party has done. I really want to know. I seriously think the DM is gonna put us against each other at some point.
I mean that's almost always what happens when you hear stories of like 2,000 games.
I thought you
Yeah.
guys were just gonna get the hell out of the forest. Not run,
We were
Deeper
gonna
inside.
Run backwards.
It's
through
like-
the,
it's
through the
like-
fucking
run
door
away from
there.
the source of the monsters instead of into the source of it all.
Half the monsters came from behind us.
They came
Yeah,
from
we
the
couldn't run away.
cliffs. Yes, you could have. They're slow as fuck.
Oh, he did.
Oh
say that.
no, they were fast.
really?
Yes,
He
they
did
can
say
get
that, actually.
30 feet with their dash. I specifically said they are slow as fuck.
Oh,
Wait,
I didn't
hold on.
hear that.
Well,
Then
not
we
really
didn't
exactly
even
that.
need to run. We could have just counted them.
Okay.
So,
You
move
could have
30 feet
just
backwards,
walked
shoot,
away from them.
and then they could have
Instead, you
gained
ran
us.
into the middle of the forest.
You gotta keep in mind that these things probably destroyed like half of the party's hometown. So,
Yeah, we did a good thing.
Not
We did a
these
good-
things. These things were brand new iterations of the monsters.
exactly, they're upgraded.
Basically, what would have happened if you actually tried to fight them is that you would have gotten wrecked.
We
Yep.
gathered
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
Challenge
We
Yeah.
already get
Class.
wrecked with the wolves.
There's
so-
challenge
Yeah.
class
I-
2. A thing to say though, you all gain 2 levels due to you doing something like this.
Gunslinger!
Wait, 2 levels?
Yes,
We're in level
2
3?
levels. You are all level 3.
Oh boy.
Jesus. What level are the others?
You have no
So-
clue.
So
Okay,
average
okay.
or on an average on a D8 is
Wow.
5 plus 2 is 7.
You can either
Nice.
take average or roll.
I'm
Do we
taking
roll,
average, I'm not stupid.
Do we roll for
Jesus
constitution?
Christ.
You roll for hit dice, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, trying to fight the Darkwood is a bad idea. Just saying. You
Wait,
all,
wait, can
you all
we
could
multi-class
sense.
now?
You can multi-class,
Oh, wait.
yes.
Would it be cool if I chose Warlock now?
How about you
we
choose?
kinda-
How about you choose Shadowcaster instead?
Wait,
Yeah.
that's a class?
It's a. I'll post it in the party one. So
Oh,
I
boy.
would say you all gain at least 1 level as Shadowcaster. Due to
Okay, so
the
so we
deal with them.
specifically gain 1 level in Shadowcaster,
Yes.
and then 1 level in our other thing.
Yeah, in whichever class you
Okay.
want to put it in.
Okay.
Basically what it is you're able to control shadows. And depending on which route you take, you on level, I think, on level 2 Shadowcaster, if you choose a Shadow Master, you get a Shadow Elemental, which is able to attack.
So
that's the creature that was behind him. His strong ass shadow puppet, his Shadow Elemental, and like it was a large thing.
Let's see.
So, yeah, he had a large Shadow Elemental standing behind him that he summoned.
So these are charisma based. Nice.
Yes, it's a charisma based wizard
Hell yes.
caster or magic caster. A spellcaster, yeah.
What would have happened if we actually attacked the Dark One? We would have died, right?
You all would have been destroyed. He would just destroy you.
What if we did? Like, would you
He
start
wouldn't
over,
even.
or-
You would have to make new character, yeah.
Oh,
Your
shit.
characters would have been made into abominations.
I
like
have
the
a
ones
question.
you came up
What
against.
if we didn't join him? What
No,
would have happened?
listen. Now we have. This is just a theory, but I believe since there are like two people, one of chaos and one of like another thing.
One
Does that
of
mean?
chaos
does-
and one of greed.
Yeah.
As
Does
of
that
what you know.
mean the other player has the other person, and
Not
that means we have to
necessarily.
fight
So-
each other?
A thing you missed is he's telling you about two people, a human woman and a Goliath who has ties to the Dark One without
Okay.
knowing it exactly. They
I
don't.
might actually just take 2 straight levels in Shadowcaster. I'm not sure.
Hey, but what would have happened if we didn't join him?
So, if you didn't join him, if
Why
one
would you
person would
roll?
have sold
No.
his soul to him, you would have been able to get out if you made a deal with him. But if you ended up just straight going against him, he would have no reason to let you live. Well, he would have let you live, but you would have been having to get out of the forest on your own. Which, yeah. That would be not easy. And you wouldn't have gained a single level. Well, yeah, you would have gained 1 level if you just went that route.
Let me see.
So any other thing you would have done with him would have ended with 1 level
So
up.
what
And
does Shadowcaster actually do?
so
First,
Shadowcasters
Primordial.
use,
I'll add that in first.
yeah, they use spells that use shadows. They manipulate shadows to do their bidding.
So you can basically manipulate the Dark One.
No, the Dark One is a shadow caster. He's not a shadow. He's just
okay.
enveloped in shadow because of his power.
Ooh.
What would he have hit if we engaged?
What he would have hit, he
Mm.
wouldn't have lifted a finger. You would have been fighting a shadow elemental.
But how much damage would he have done maximum?
Let's see. So
3 fundamentals.
2d10
and
plus
2
10 damage.
3 plus 10?
2d10 plus 10 damage with a
What?
plus 10 to hit. And he could just envelop himself in shadow, the spell shadow, and you all would have just been destroyed. And he can do 2 attacks per turn.
Okay.
So yeah,
So it's
3
one
How
shot.
are we gonna...
basically, boom.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are we at some point gonna... Are you gonna tell us what this...
Yeah. You
Okay.
guys would have been instantly killed.
I really want to know what the second party is doing.
And yeah, you guys would have been enveloped in darkness as well, because whirling Whirlwind Shadows.
Serve my master.
You-
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, you wouldn't even be able to hit him.
What's his AC?
27.
What? Okay.
Saving throw, strength, dex, con, int, wis, charisma, 10 on each.
I think my 220s don't make any sense. What's on him?
So yeah, if you would have engaged the Dark One, you all would have been dead.
And we would have started over.
And with the fact that none of you have none of you have magic weapons, so yeah, even if you did hit, you would not do much damage.
I do have.
And you wouldn't be able to run. Yeah, but not all of you do have
Yeah.
the ability to use magic weapon stuff. And even if you decide to run from the elemental, you wouldn't get away from him. Because he moves faster than you.
He's using shadows. Alright.
So
Let me see.
So yeah, that wraps up this session. We'll talk a bit more. I'll explain something for them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little plot twist to the story and what I had planned. They just did things they really shouldn't have done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.